guys, it's me, Kathy from WIllow Creations, and as promised, I'm here to show you how I make these super cute Germs Are Scary hand sanitizers that I pass out to neighbors and friends around the Halloween holiday, and I also sell them on my Etsy shop. So I had an order yesterday. I'm going to show you guys how I make these really quick. So let's go over the supplies first. First, you're going to need some hand sanitizers. You want to make sure and buy the ones that are flat, either rectangular like this one or this one if you want to do like a bigger size. They sell some that are rounded, but the flat ones on the front are easier. And I buy the 8-ounce size. They have really, really big sizes if you want to get crazy, or if you're in an office environment where you want to just refill the sanitizer part, you can do that and buy the bigger ones too. You're going to need your fillers. So these are just spider rings, or I have skulls, and bats are really fun and they show up really well inside there. You can pick these up I got these at H-E-B, actually at the grocery store, but they have them I think everywhere. So check them out, look for those. And then you're also going to need your decals for the outside of the bottle. And I use a vinyl. This is Oracle 631. You can also use 651. And I used my new pink machine to cut these. It did a beautiful job. You can see even my little spider eyes stayed right where they're supposed to. And last, you're going to need ribbon to tie around the outside of the bottle, just to make it cute. Hi, Suzanne. How are you? I miss you. I wish you were here. So anyway, that's the supplies, and now we're going to fill this up. The outside of the bottle, normally, you know, they have this label, and I like to leave the label on the back because it has the expiration date. I had no idea that hand sanitizer expired until I started making these. So if you have hand sanitizer at home, check your bottle. It could be expired. But to make ours not have this sticker on there, you're going to have to peel it off, which this is my least favorite part. When you peel it off, sometimes there's like a sticky residue that's left behind. And you can either clean that off with hot water and soap and scrubbing, or you can pick up a lifetime supply of Goo Gone at Walmart for $6. This stuff is amazing. I think it's still $6. I don't know. When I bought it, it was. And you just spray a few sprays on there. That's my spray noise. And take a towel and just scrub it off. And then what I'll do after I scrub it, you'll run it under some warm water and just get all the residue off. You can see on there it's kind of cloudy, but it's kind of flaking off. So you just scrub it and it'll come off. And then once you get it all off, it usually takes me about 60 seconds to clean an entire bottle off. Then you're going to take your cotton ball and put some rubbing alcohol on it and wipe over the whole thing. And that gives you a nice clean surface to work with. So super easy. This is the hardest part. After you get the label off, I like to fill them up with my little spiders, bats, whatever. And I usually put 5 to 7 in each one, just depending on which ones I pick. But in order to get them inside the bottle, what you're going to want to do is take the ring and the part that you slip around your finger, you're just going to cut that off. So make sure you use the right scissors. So, you know, if you have fabric scissors like me, you got to use the right scissors. So we're just going to cut these off, and the little pieces will go flying. And then you'll just have a flat little spider. And you might be able to find little trinkets like this that'll go down inside there without cutting, but these are really inexpensive and they make them really cute. So that's how we do it. And you just open your lid and kind of give this a shake. Set that down and put your spider in and just push. And then you can use the stick on there. You can see, look how well it pops. You could even make these without putting the decal on there if you wanted to, and I think they would still be cute and get the point across. You know, if you have a kid like me that doesn't like to wash his hands, this is like a great way, especially with flu season, and like boys are gross anyway, so these are awesome. We have one in our house all the time. And let's see. And you want to mix the colors up. I like to put the different colors in there because it just pops more if you have the black and the orange. And they even have these little white skulls. It's kind of hard to see probably in the camera, but the little white skulls are really cute too. So that's that. So once you get your spiders in there, you just close it back up nice and tight. And then we're going to take our decal. And this is just contact paper, like you can buy to line your shelves. And you just put that over your decal, make it smooth like that. And you can use any kind of scraper. I stole this, borrowed, I didn't steal it. I borrowed this little kitchen spatula from my son's kitchen. And I like to use it to scrape the decal once I put the contact paper over it so that it gets stuck to the contact paper. It helps it peel off of the paper. And so then after you scrape it, you just start peeling. And you can see my spiders coming up, but my little eyeballs are still stuck on the paper. That's no big deal. We can come back and scrape it some more or pick up the eyeballs later. Sometimes I'll attach the eyeballs later. Or if you lose an eyeball, you can draw them in with a Sharpie. Shh, don't tell anyone. But I've done that a couple times and nobody knows because they're black and they're distracted by all the cuteness. So yes, even Kathy Smith at WIllow Creations has drawn some spider eyeballs in with a Sharpie. And now my decal is peeling off nicely. We just have one more letter. There it is. So you can see it's all in there except for the eyeballs, which I like to place separately. And then as far as lining it up on here, you just want to, see if you guys can see, line up, I like to line up the bottom first with where I want it to be. I try to center it on the bottle. And then, let me pull this up. You just push it up smoothly through the middle and then smooth out the sides. And it doesn't take much rubbing to actually get this to stick on there. And then you peel this off and it's like magic. The letters are stuck to the bottle. Okay, now we're going to add our eyeballs on there because a spider without eyeballs is not a very good spider. Hey sis, how are you? What's up, Adrienne? You guys better make some of these because I'm showing you my secrets. And sometimes when you're cheap like me and you reuse the same sheet of contact paper over and over again, the eyeballs don't always want to stick. So you just kind of have to keep moving it around until you get them, but I've got them now. And I'm just going to look right here and I'm going to eyeball, haha, eyeball where they go. So I've got them on there and just smooth over it a little bit, pull it off. And voila, our spider has eyeballs. Now all that we need is a pretty ribbon to go on the outside. And I like to use a little bit thicker ribbon for these. I think it just looks a little bit cuter. This is 7/8 inch ribbon. You can use the thinner stuff, like this one's really cute. It has spider webs, so it kind of goes with it. Hobby Lobby had a really great selection of ribbon for Halloween. I actually bought this ribbon last year, but they have some cute stuff this year too. And you're gonna tie a bow. So you just tie a knot on there. And then this ribbon is black on one side and then it has this cute chevron print on the other side. So don't tie a bow like you would traditionally tie your shoes or it's gonna look wonky, okay? It's gonna look like this, I'll show you. So one side will be black and the other side will have the pattern out. So we want the pattern out on both sides. So what you're going to do is make 2 loops where your pattern is facing up on both sides, like this. Yes, pretty bow. And then you're going to take the one side and loop it under the other side. Oops, it's kind of hard to do this from the top of a cup, but I'm trying because I want you guys to have pretty bows. So let's try one more time. Loop it through the center and pull like that. And then you have your pattern showing on both sides, and you can pull the tails. These are called tails. The end of your bow is called a tail. And you can pull that to make it look prettier. And then your pattern is showing on all sides. And I like to cut these tails to about, whoops, don't fall, right here. And some ribbon frays after you cut it. So it's really important that you use fire to singe those ends so that they don't fray, because then you'll have little crazy things flying off and your ribbon will unravel. So a little bit of fire, it's a good thing. Speaking of fire, you guys, my son had a field trip to the fire station on Tuesday. I went with him. So public service announcement. If you haven't taken your kid to see a firefighter in his like full uniform with the big scary mask and stuff, you got to do it. These guys said like when they go into the houses, a lot of times the little kids will see them and they run and hide because they're scared of this like big man or woman coming in with this giant mask and the respirator thing, and he's got his suit on. So take your kid to meet a firefighter in the suit, because they said when they go look for kids, they only put their arm like under the bed, but they've got this big suit on, so their arm may not even reach all the way to the wall. So if you've got your little tiny kid that's like hiding under a bed, you may not find them. And the other thing they said is please help your kid learn their address, because they find kids and they don't know where they live, and then that stinks. So teach your kid their address and introduce them to a firefighter in the suit, because it's important. And I had no idea until I went to the field trip, so you're welcome. Anyway, back to this. These are complete. That's basically it. If you want to get extra crafty, you can take one of your spider rings and just loop it in around your bow up here, or this is a little batch, but it adds a little extra pizzazz. And it's like a little trinket, you know, for the gift giver. Oops, where's the camera? There you go. So you can loop that around up there. Just as like something extra fun. Camera's over here for them to see. So anyway, that's how you make hand sanitizers. You can do these for Christmas, do like a little Santa belt, or just put the teacher's name on it, or your kid's handprint. Like, I just think they're great. Anything that encourages hygiene is a win in my book. So love you guys. I hope you have a great day. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And if there's something that you want me to show you how to make, let me know. I'm happy to do it. And I'll see you guys soon. I gotta go pick up my kiddo.